Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to see how to create .NET 8 Web API which will communicate with our SQL Server. So first click on this new project and after clicking here, just select the template of ASP.NET Core Web API, C# and then click on next button and after clicking on next, give this a name, my first database connected API. It depends on you that what the naming convention that you are going to provide and after that click on this next button and after that just all these settings are by default and click on this create button and after hitting this create button you will see this pop up like creating the project and our project is created. Okay, and now to run our application we need to select is express. Okay, and after that we need to download few of the nugget packages and how to download those. So first click on this tools button and after clicking on this tool button click on this nugget package manager and after going here manage nugget package manager. Okay, and here you can see we need to search. Okay, like Microsoft. Either you can see like entity framework. Okay, entity framework. So all the packages will be here. Entity framework.core. Yes, so first download this in the project, select this project and click on this install button. And after clicking, it will give a pop-up and click on I accept and it will be installed in our project. Okay, click on this I accept. I think, okay, let me save this first and then retry it. Yeah, now it is installed and then we need to connect with the SQL Server. Okay, entity framework.core .SQL Server. Okay, just search here SQL Server and here you can see this entity framework to go.SQL Server. Install this also. Click on I accept. So yes, it is installed in our project. And now here SQL Server, we need to download our tools also so that our basic commands like migration and all update database. So these can be completed with this package. Okay, click on this tools and install this also. Click on accept. So I think all the major packages got installed in our project. Let me check it here. Yes, it is installed. Yeah. Now you can see here in the dependencies, you can see all what are the packages you have installed just now. Okay. Now, what do you need to do? First, create a folder here. Okay, because we need to create a database from .NET. So create a folder like entities. Name it as entities. Inside entities, create one class. Name of class is employee. Okay, employees. And after creating this class, this is created. Okay, here what we need to do, we need to create few properties in the class. Okay, just like in the table. Okay, so I'm writing like prop and click on this tab button, it will auto suggested a few fields. So like int, let it be an employee id. Employee id. Okay, and here we need to make it as a primary key. Okay, so just write key. It will use this system.component model data annotations. With this is associated. And second property, let me write this prop, click tab, and here string, and here the name of employee name. Okay, yeah, so just take care of this naming convention also. So employee name or employee address. Suppose one more property I can create. String, address. Okay, because it is an employee table, so address will be fine. Okay, so now three properties we have created in the table, and now it's time to create one DB context. And why this DB context is there? The reason is that we are going to interact with the database, right? So definitely there should be a source in the .NET code. So just create one folder, and here write like context. Inside context, we need to create one more class. Okay, and what this class is doing, we are going to create one employee database, just like employees. Suppose our organization name is something like tech, technology, technology. So this is the name for the technology department, and that multiple employees are there. So this is the database that we are going to create. Okay. So yes, we have created this class, and in this class we need to inherit DB context. Okay. So please change the name here like technology context, so it can be more readable, like it is a context class. Okay. And also here naming convention of this class you need to change context. Okay. Now inherit DB context, DB context. Now you can get few suggestions like Microsoft.Entity Framework Core. Select this. And after selecting this, it will be it start using Microsoft.Entity Framework Core. And after that, create one constructor of this class like public technology context. Okay. Inside this, we need to pass DB context options. Okay. Make sure that it will be options and create because it is auto suggesting few things, but as of now I'm using only option. Okay, we'll optimize it later, let it be. Now create one DB set. DB set is like a table in the database. Okay, make sure that DB set name of the table is like this. Here we have created employee table is already there, and you can see it start inheriting this, it start using this namespace my first database connected api.entities. So this is in this class. Okay, and now name of this table is like employees in the code we are using. And now again, now it's time to give a connection string. Okay, and how to give that connection string in the app settings? Just open this app setting. Here you can see out allowed host star as of now. Make it as it is, and click on here. And after that, you need to write comma. Now this connection strings. Okay, it is auto suggesting us that we are going to add connection string. Inside this, we can add default connection strings. Okay, default connection string. The default connection string, it is like this, like server. We are going to use SQL Server. Okay, server equal to dot. Dot represent it is a local host. Okay, and the database name. What is the database name? What database name do you want to give? Okay, like a database equals to technology. After giving this technology name, make sure that you need to write this trusted. It is a trusted connection. Okay, not like this. Give it trusted connection. Okay, and make sure all the spellings are in aligned way. The connection is true. And also server certification you need to add it here. So trust server certificate, because otherwise it will give through an error to us. Trust server certificate. certificate. What this is doing, it will allow us to connect with database, mark it as true. So now our connection string got generated. Save this. Okay, so our major task is completed, and now we need to call this connection string in the program.cs. So how to configure this? So in program.cs, before build, go here and create one lambda expression with the build services, builder.services, and after services, I need to add So in program.cs, we need to create one connection setup. Okay, so builder dot services dot add db context. Okay, add db context. Inside this, we will give the name of the db context, like technology context we are using as of now, and inside that we will create a lambda expression like this options. Okay, options, and inside options we will configure this. So these are all the options. The option, what database you just want to use, option dot use SQL Server. Okay, and inside this we need to call our app settings. Builder dot configuration. Inside configuration we can read our connection string dot get connection string. You can also see in the suggestions get connection string. Inside this, what is the name of our connection string? Just go over there and just copy and paste that. Okay, we need to copy this and again go here, and simply inside double quote we can simply pass name of connection string. Okay, so yes, our till here our task is completed. Now it's time to run few of the commands so that our database will be created. So as of now it is a SQL server and we are not able to see any kind of technology databases here. Okay, so now just go to our tools. Here on the top you can see tools, and inside tools click on here like manage Nugget package manager and package manager console. So below here you can find your package manager console. Here you need to hit a command like add minus migration. Here it is a code first approach and we are creating this database from our code. Okay, add migration in it. After hitting this command, build started. Okay, this build succeeded. Yes, that is good. And yeah, our migration folder is created over here. You can see. Okay, so this is a snapshot that is created by .NET, and these are the fields that I have written in the employee class. Okay, you can see employee ID, employee name, and address. In the database, it was n_var_char_max, and it is an identity that I have provided as a key. Okay, so now other commands. So as of now, you can see there is no any database got created here. Let me refresh this also. You can see no any database is created. It is still in the .NET side. So let me create database from here. Let me hit the command like update minus database. Okay. After hitting this command, like build started, build succeeded, and our so after getting this error, you need to go to the solution and just invariant globalization. You need to make it as a false as of now for our execution of the code. Let me save this and hit that command once again. After execution, you can see multiple responses are there in our command, like what are the things that are generated on the database side. Let me go and check on the database. Let me go to database and click here and click on the refresh. Now you can see technology database is created, and now the tables you can see db.employees got created. If I just go and check the columns, you can see employee ID, employee name, address. So this is how we need to create our database, and now we will connect this database and perform CRUD operation with the API. Okay, let me create one folder in the project. So click here and click on add. A new folder is like services. Okay, inside services, click one on new folder again. It's like interfaces. Okay, and interfaces we are collecting everything in one folder and its implementation. Okay. Okay. So in interfaces, let me create one interface. How to create that? Just click on the class and select the interface. Okay, here, and naming convention should be I employee service, because this interface is going to associate it with employee service. So that's why I just put the naming convention like this. And inside implementation, I'm going to implement this interface. Okay. Before that, let me create this one function. Okay. In the interfaces, we can define the function. So we are going to give the definition of the function. Okay. Employee, because employee is a table that is available in the database. Get all employees. Okay. This is the function we are going to implement it here in the service. Create one class. The name of the class is employee service. Okay. Employee service. This naming convention is very necessary so that it can be very easy to navigate. Okay. And here I'm inheriting my interface. I employee service. Okay. And now I'm just hovering this and it will automatically give us a suggestion that implement this interface. Okay. I'm going to create one private employee context. So what's the name of the context file? We can see it here. Technology context. Okay. Just copy this, paste here. Okay. And here the name of this employee context is DB context. So it can be easy to read. Okay. So we are giving it the namespace. And here in the return, let me check DB context dot employees dot to list. Okay. So this function is actually connecting with the database and it is reverting us the result. Now it's time to create one controller. Let me go to here and create one more controller with the API. And now, as of now, I'm creating an empty controller. Okay. Click on add and simply instead of values, write like employees, because this controller is going to communicate with employee table only. Okay. Our controller is created. Now inside this controller, we are going to use employee service. Okay. So now we need to inject it here. Okay. So first create one constructor over here. And before the constructor, we can create interface, all interface with the read only. Okay. I employee service inside here. Let me call it like I employee service, and here let me put it like this. So this dot employee service equal to employee service. Okay. So this is completed. And now let me create one API for this. It will be HTTP get, and the API is like public I action result. I action. Now, like public I action result, and here get employee. Okay, this is the name of our function, and let me call our result. Okay, so how it should be like inside variable we can store result, and we can perform some validations to if result is not that, then what kind of error message do you want to demonstrate. Okay, so let me call this employee service, because we are going to call this. Okay, let me delete this. Okay, and put it here. Now it is fine. Employee service dot get all employees. Okay, and like return okay result. And also one thing we have missed, how we need to bind this I employee service to employee service. How .NET is going to confirm that these two interface are binded. Okay, so just go to program.cs. Above this build, we can write like this: builder dot services dot add scope. Okay, inside this I employee service comma employee service. Here we are demonstrating, or we are exposing this service class to this interface. Okay, so likewise this, our classes are binded together. Okay, if it is not there, let me build it here, and now it's once succeeded. Let me run this application. After running our application, it started executing here, and now we can see, yeah, our API is created, and the endpoint is API slash employees. If I just hit it out, and now I already added some data in the employee table. Okay, so if I execute this, now two records are there in the database, and now let me execute this API. Okay, so this is the error that we are facing. So why it is? Because we haven't initialized this. Okay, so how to do this? So first, create constructor of this also. I employee service. Look at this constructor because we haven't binded this to this DB context. Okay, so now this is initialized. Okay, let me now execute this once again. After executing this, again we are going to hit our API endpoint. Okay, let me try it out. Hope it will execute this time. Yeah, now we get two records from the database like database. So it is a get API. Now in the upcoming videos we will cover it more appropriately, and all the cases we will see in upcoming videos. Till the time, keep watching .NET 8 videos.